Knowing the proper way to catch a football is a fundamental skill that every player needs to learn. So let's cover some of the techniques that will help you perfect your form. Hand positioning is crucial when it comes to catching a football. If a pass is above your waist, extend your arms and create a diamond shape with your fingers pointed together. Also, use this hand positioning even if the ball is thrown to your side. For low passes, cup your hands in front of you with your pinky fingers together. Again, maintain this form whether it's thrown directly to you or to the side. As you practice high and low passes, remember to catch the ball with soft hands and slightly bent elbows. After you make the catch, always tuck the football in to protect it from defenders. Many routes, like post and corner routes, require receivers to catch the ball over their shoulder. This drill helps receivers practice proper hand placement, palms up and pinkies together. It also teaches them how to keep their eyes on the ball's trajectory. As an added bonus, it's a chance for quarterbacks to improve their accuracy by repeatedly throwing to a designated position. As you run through this drill, remember to switch sides and practice catching the ball over both shoulders. Playing wide receiver isn't just about speed. You need to run tight and consistent routes that put you exactly where your quarterback needs you, all while reading the field. That's why perfecting your routes is crucial to your training. This video walks through 15 popular wide receiver routes that you should know from basic to more advanced. Let's cover some basic routes that all levels of football use. The first is a slant. In this route, you run forward just a couple yards and then quickly cut at a near 45-degree angle until the pass is complete. A slant is the most effective when you try to juke out the defensive player guarding you. The comeback is also known as a hitch route and can be used for both short and longer yardage situations. When you reach your designated yardage, you'll quickly turn back to catch the ball. When changing direction, plant your foot and turn in the opposite direction. This makes it easier to quickly adjust your direction. In a 5-yard out, run forward for 5 yards, then quickly turn on a 90-degree angle toward the sideline, running parallel to the line of scrimmage. This route is perfect when you want to take advantage of a weaker defensive side. To complete a post, run straight forward for 5 to 10 yards, then cut at a 45-degree angle toward the center of the field. You can remember this route by imagining that you're running toward the field goal or post after cutting. A corner is similar to a post, except this time, after you run straight forward for 5 to 10 yards, you'll cut at a 45-degree angle toward the sideline. Make sure your cuts are quick, tight, and clean to trip up your defensive men. Long, rounded turns are easy to block. In a fade route, you'll take a quick step inward toward the center after the ball is hiked, and then pushing off your inside foot, you'll run toward the outside corner of the field. This route can be adjusted for distance depending on where you see the openings. A fly route is a basic wide receiver route that can help you gain long yardage. At hike, you simply run straight forward for the amount of yards needed. When you're about to reach that destination, make sure you look over your shoulder for the throw. Never stop to catch the ball. The next set of routes we'll walk through are more difficult and require advanced footwork. The first is a chair route. This looks like a traditional out route, but with an additional 90-degree cut towards the end zone. To have the full impact of this route, you want to juke out the defense during both directional changes. It also helps to put your hands up as if you are catching the ball while you are turning. This route works best for short yardage. First, run a slight slant in one direction. Once you've reached your intended yardage, pivot backward and cut parallel to the line of scrimmage in the opposite direction. It's a perfect route for a quick first down. This is another great route to use for short yardage, but it's slightly more difficult because you're cutting twice. You can think of it like a double whip. Remember to stay low to the ground to help maintain your balance as you quickly cut directions and juke out the defense. The trick to the stop and go route is when you're pivoting back to the line of scrimmage. You want it to look like you're running a quick comeback route and catching for low yardage. But once the defense thinks you've stopped, you pivot again on your outside foot and run straight forward to complete the pass at deeper yardage. A slant go is also known as a slow go and is intended for deep yardage. To begin, perform a typical slant route inward for around 5 yards. Once there, pivot off your outside foot for a quick fade. Keep in mind that both angles of your slant and fade can be adjusted and customized for your team. The square in route is similar to a traditional 5 and in route, but it is more deep in the field with a heavier focus on the tight cut inward. To start, run straight forward for around 10 yards and then quickly shuffle your feet to juke out the defensive guard. Remember to push off your outside foot to make a 90-degree angle toward the inside of the field. This will prevent you from rounding your turn. The dig route has 2 changes in direction that are made with quick pivots. Run straight forward about 7 yards and cut inward at a 45-degree angle as if you are running a post. After running a few yards in the new direction, juke once again and pivot 45 degrees until you're running parallel with the line of scrimmage. Keep running parallel until you make the catch. The wheel route is used by the inside or slot receiver. You want to start by running a rounded slant outward. After running this rounded route for a few yards, you'll perform another wheel and move upward on the field, similar to a fly route. The rounded direction changes are intended to strategically position yourself around the outside or wide receiver. Crossing the wide receiver this way makes it more difficult for the defense to guard their players.